Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I'm your host, Reverend Dennis Gustaferi, or AKA Reverend Dennis. It's Thursday night, 9/25/14. It's about 8 o'clock. You're watching the Inside Show here on Madhouse TV. We have a full, fun-packed show for you tonight. We have comedian and magician Pat Darienzo, which I'm sure he's going to correct later on. No, he's saying no. He's going like this. And tonight, to perform for you is Carly Ozard. I think I can get that right, too. Accompanied by Brian Summer on keyboard. And before I introduce my co-host, I want to take a moment to wish all of our Jewish audience a very happy and healthy New Year, filled with peace and happiness and love, blessings. Also, the theme of our Inside Show is from the old George Burns movie, Oh God, and that is to thank God. And that's the rest of my sermon for tonight. Now, my co-host for this evening, you may already know him. He is a popular, award-winning, critically acclaimed entertainer, theater historian, pop culture blogger, writing for Richard Skipper Celebrates. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Inside Show welcome for my co-host, Richard Skipper.
That's me. Listen to that applause. Yes. You have an audience tonight.
Well, welcome. Yes.
This is great. Well, I'm thrilled to be here, finally.
Yes, I've been looking forward to this. We've been talking about this for a while.
That's right. That's
yeah.
Great.
Now, I know you've been in this business for a little while, maybe 25 years or so? Or?
Go further back. Go further back. No, I came out of the womb and I went, here I am. And I started performing then. And I came to New York when I was 18 years old. That was 35 years ago. So your audience can do the math and figure out my age. It's all made up anyway.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
And I've performed around the world. I had my own act that I did for many, many years, and now I'm putting the focus on my writing and producing and promotions and helping other performers.
Well, I know you have your own radio station.
Well, it's not my own radio station. It should be my own radio station. Watch out. They call me Eve Harrington in some circles.
Wow.
But no, you know what the reference is to Eve Harrington,
no,
don't you?
I have no idea.
All about Eve. I've got to educate you on these things.
I'm kidding.
Your understudy is going on tonight. No, I am doing a weekly radio spot on At a Glance Radio, which airs out of San Diego. Rodney Barden. The show is ataglance.com, and people can go online. Some of my clients have been on the show. Peggy Eason, who I hope that you'll have on the show.
Yeah,
she's out there listening, I know, tonight.
Hey, Peggy. How you
she's
doing?
black, blind, and beautiful. That's her moniker. She calls herself the Chocolate Diva, and she is. And this Friday night, I have Carolyn Quinn, who wrote the book Mama Rose's Turn, about Mama Rose. And she's going to be on the show talking about the real Rose Hovick. We know the musical Gypsy, but there's more to the story than hit the Broadway stage.
Well, you have something to do with Dahlia as well, right? You had something major with that.
I'm writing a book celebrating the 50th anniversary of Hello, Dolly.
Didn't know I knew that, did you?
I knew that you knew that.
Oh, okay.
And I just interviewed Jerry Herman this week, who of course wrote the words of music for Hello, Dolly.
Well, you have an array of a list of people that you're affiliated with. It's amazing. Oh, incidentally, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to have you call in if you'd like to say hello to Richard and talk about a few things. The number is 631 area code 660 669-7999. 669, right? Not 6, yeah, 669-7999. And since we don't have the banner up there, and we'll be saying it a few times tonight, but 631 area code. So give us a call, and we'll interrupt what we're doing, and we'll talk to you about it.
Now, can you say that backwards for our dyslexic viewers?
9997.
Uh,
We have a call?
oh, we have a call.
No. Oh, it's the green light. Let's make sure.
Are you on? If you're not, I'll be on for you.
It's on. Now it's
Okay.
on.
No good.
Okay. But that was good that he checked that. That was our producer, Tommy, making sure that I don't screw something up. A tap on the wall. We
There's
have a phone call
coming in.
Hold on. Hello, you're talking to Reverend Dennis and Richard.
Well, hello. This is the Chocolate Diva.
Oh,
I
calling
told
in.
you she was listening.
well, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm fine. I'm fine. Richard is my publicist as well.
Yes, I know. I really would like to get out and see you.
Well. I would love to be on the show. I would love it.
We'd love to have you on. We'll talk to Richard, and we'll have it set up, and we'll certainly do it.
But I'm warning you, she will
Yes.
take over the show.
Dave, can
That's
you,
all right.
can you turn it? Anyway.
You gotta shut your radio off, though, in the background.
Yeah, Dave, turn it down.
Dave, turn it down!
What's the matter with you, Dave?
She's always telling Dave to turn it down.
Yes.
That's the
Hi,
funny thing about
Richard.
it. Hi, Peggy.
I would like to ask you a question.
Okay.
And I don't know if anyone has ever asked this question for you before. What is the worst interview you've ever had, or can you say?
With me right now.
No.
No, you're doing fine.
Well, I don't want to say who the worst one was,
Right.
but a very well-known, famous actress who is still working today on television sent me one-word answers to all the questions that I asked.
Oh, my God.
And there was nowhere to go with this. So you want someone, for me, it's not just about doing an interview. It's having a conversation with the person that I'm doing.
Yes.
And I do, as Peggy knows, I do a lot of research on the people that I'm interviewing. And then once that research is there, I know who I'm talking to, what we're going to talk about. But I really step back and let them lead the conversation.
You've also done over 700 interviews.
I've done over 700 interviews. In just a few years, I might add.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, Richard, you know I love you as always, and Dennis, I hope to meet you one of these days.
We definitely will.
And
You know, we had
I'll see you tomorrow, Richard.
We had Tennessee Williams on here too. William
Schumann.
Schumann, right?
Yes.
And we also had Julie Budd on through via Skype. But it was great having these guys
No,
on.
both
I'd love
shows
to
were
have
very
you
good.
on.
Okay.
So I'm going to cut you
Thank-
short only so we can get some more calls in because we don't have a whole lot of time for that. But you have a great day, a blessed day, and I'll talk to you. We'll set it up.
Love you, Peggy.
All right, that was cool.
So that was a quick call coming right
Yes,
in.
and that was lovely to hear from her. I really do it like
She is an amazing performer. I want to tell your listeners out there, if they go to PeggyEason.com, now I'm sounding like a publicist,
No,
aren't I?
it's fine.
But Peggy was born blind. She was a twin, and the other twin died within hours after being born. And they said that Peggy would not live. And she has defied all odds. You would never know, by the way that she conducts herself going through life, that she is a blind person. But the wonderful thing about Peggy is I've learned so much just being in her presence, being a friend of hers, and learning how to just go through life. And she is probably one of the most upbeat people that I've ever met. She's just wonderful. I love her.
Did you interview her on stage as well? Have you done that?
I haven't interviewed her on stage, but I did do a blog feature on her. You mentioned my blog earlier. It's Richard Skipper Celebrates. And if people Google Richard Skipper Celebrates Peggy Eason, that's E-A-S-O-N, the blog will come right up.
Good. Hopefully I'll be on that blog, too.
Well, we have to do this, Dennis. I can sit here and I can interview you if you'd like.
Well, no, I'll come on yours. No.
I told you, Eve Harrington. Yes.
What about you? All about you. Okay. Well, anyway, you've also done Barnes and Noble.
Last night, I interviewed Leslie Ann Warren at Barnes & Noble. It's the 50th anniversary of Cinderella.
I love her.
Oh,
I
my
love her.
God. She exudes warmth and love. And, you know, we talked about what made her as Cinderella so special, and with all due respect to all the others. And that means Julie Andrews and Brandy,
love too,
who I love as well. But she had an innocence in that role that I don't think any other actress has ever been able to tap into. And that comes through loud and clear in her performance. And that's who she is on stage as well.
Well, your list goes on and on with the people that you're affiliated with or associated with. You're a producer. You're associated producer in 2010, 12, and 13 for the Bistro Awards, celebrating excellence in cabaret and New York nightlife. That's a heck of a lot of stuff to say.
Well,
Peggy
keep talking.
Hermans,
I'm listening.
with the CD release party that you produced, and we just talked about Peggy Easton. Don't Tell Mama. I was there just the other night. Ellen and I were at Don't Tell Mamas, and we're listening to some of the, oh, gee, she's going to hate me now because I can't remember her name, but there was a waitress there who,
Kathy Breyer?
I believe it was,
Okay,
a little
Kathy
heavy,
Breyer.
little heavy-set woman, but what?
No, that would not be a Kathy Breyer.
No?
No, no.
Tall, little, how do you say that delicately? But anyway,
Well, if I can jump in, if you
Please,
don't mind.
jump
Well,
in.
your listeners and viewers who are watching the show who don't know what Don't Tell Mama is, it's one of the oldest piano bars in New York City. It
where
still thrives.
everybody comes there.
It's like Cheers. Everybody knows your name. And it's 343 West 46th Street on Restaurant Row between 8th and 9th Avenues. And there's the front cabaret room where people are standing around the piano singing. And then there are two cabaret rooms where...
Well, I went to the back, that open mic there as well, and she sang there as well. What a great...
Now, did you get up and sing yourself?
I was going to, but we were really out of time. I mean, it was just, you know, my girlfriend was out there. They went and saw this play, 5 Shades of Grey or whatever it was.
50 Shades of Grey.
Well, the play. I don't know if it's called the same 50.
Well, maybe it's 5 Shades of Grey on the stage.
Something on the stage.
Yeah.
And then the girls wound up there, and then I joined them later on. So
Well, how many shades of Grey were you familiar with?
Well, I'm familiar with the book. I didn't read it, but I know there's 50 Shades of Grey.
But you don't know about all the 50 Shades of Grey?
No.
It's a good thing that you don't.
No.
No, but another one of my clients is going to be coming to Don't Tell Mama, Kim Grog. And people can go to my website, richardskipper.com, and right on the front page are banner ads of all of my clients, and they can go right to their websites and find out where they're performing.
Well, we have a whole list right there.
Oh, I can see that.
Bell,
Andrea Bell Wolfe,
right?
Carly Ozard, Cynthia Crane, Jim Speak, Julie Budd, Lucy Arnaz.
I love Julie Budd. I go back, Julie Budd, to so many years ago. We did United Cerebral Palsy out of Ed Sullivan Theater, and I met Julie there.
Well, she appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show.
I know. Well, yeah.
When she was 12 years old.
She also sang with Frank
Right.
Sinatra when she was a child.
She's ageless. She has a new CD out, if I may plug that.
Yes,
for a moment.
I was there. I actually saw her. I have a copy of the CD
Right.
myself.
They wrote the songs.
They wrote the
And it's
songs.
all songs that have become part of our American consciousness, but songs that were written since the 1960s.
Elliot, I just went out of my head, but there was a medley that she did that was phenomenal. by,
Anthony Newley. Anthony
Right.
Newley.
That was phenomenal. But anyway, also this the National Asian
The
Artists
National
Project.
Asian Artists Project, I got involved with them last year when they were doing an all-Asian production of Hello, Dolly. This year they did Oliver. And next year, rumor has it that they're going to do 42nd Street.
Wow.
And it's an all-Asian company. And Bjork Lee, who was in the original company of A Chorus Line on Broadway, she is about to receive an award from Actors Equity for all the work that she has done in terms of bringing roles. I mean, when people think of classic American theater, they don't necessarily want to think outside the box. I saw Cinderella on Tuesday night, and Keke Palmer is playing Cinderella. She's the first African-American actress to play it on Broadway. And it's great that they're thinking outside the box because it's all what we put up here in terms of how we look at these artists and how we look at these stories. And when people are able to break those images down and think, well, that person could be Asian, or that person could be African American, or Muslim, or whatever it is. It's all encompassing, and that's what theater is all about.
Plus, once you go to the theater, you get the bug.
That's right.
It's something, once you get it, you're stuck with it.
Now, did you grow up in an artistic home?
I I grew up in Brooklyn.
Okay.
As about as artistic as it gets.
Well,
But
Brooklyn
I've been
is an artistic borough.
But I was in music my whole life.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, Ellen, my girlfriend, she was dance. She studied dance, and she was doing all those chorus lines and all that stuff back then.
What about your parents? Were they musical?
Not really.
Okay.
It really developed for me, and I was in groups back then. I was with a group, the very first park concert we did.
Wow. Did they encourage you at all, though?
Oh yeah, my
Okay.
mother was phenomenal. She was like that mother that pushes the
Mama Rose
Yeah,
Hovick.
there you go.
Okay.
So it was a great time for me. I was a drummer. I did all kinds of stuff. I've been singing now for years, and
Do you remember the first show that you ever saw as a
yeah,
kid?
1776 or something like that. I think it was the very first thing I ever
Right.
did. Fiddler on the Roof with Zero Mostel.
Which is celebrating its 50th
Oh, my
anniversary.
God.
And there's a new book out. No, there's a new book out celebrating the 50th anniversary called Tradition. And I'm actually in the book,
Wow.
page 180, for all your viewers out there.
You know what? I hate to do this, but we're going to have to take a commercial break. We'll come back, and we have a comedian, Pat, and I'm going to murder his name later.
Okay.
We'll get for it. And then we have
Carly
Ozard, and that's accompanied by.
Brian Summers.
That's right. You got that right.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, stick around. We'll be right back after these words with more from Richard Skipper and all the crew.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
All right, we're back with Pat Darienzo.
Correct.
Correct, I got it again. It's amazing. Tell me where you're going to be, Pat. I know you're going to be all over the place, but where are you going to be now?
Right, that's why I'm dressed like this tonight. Thanks for having me back again, Dennis. This
My
is terrific.
pleasure.
I'm dressed like this primarily because we're here to promote the Long Island Fair at the Old Bethpage Village Restoration, which is like a 200-year-old village recreation, like Colonial Williamsburg, but it's here on Long Island. And they do, every year, they do a fair. This is actually the 173rd year they've done the fair. It's the oldest, longest-running fair in American history. It started as an agricultural fair, and now it's turned into a real traditional type fair with entertainment and rides and agricultural things and contests. And they have it this weekend and next weekend right here in Old Bethpage Village. And I'm doing magic, old-time magic in the entertainment tent. I share the stage with some great musicians, some jugglers, some puppet shows, some banjo players, mimes, stilt walkers. So it's a great weekend. So we wanted to encourage everybody to come on out to Old Bethpage this weekend and next for the fair. And then I thought maybe I'll just demonstrate some of the
Yeah,
magic.
well, that's only fair.
Okay?
Oh,
Thanks. Thanks very much.
Enjoy. Go get him.
And I'm going to lose this because I don't really need this. I don't really dress like this, in public. So I'll get rid of this for a moment. And we're going to do a little trick, but I need a volunteer for this. So, yeah, would you mind, sir? I don't want to pick my friends over there. What is your name?
Dan.
Dan, how are you, Pat? Nice
Very
to meet you.
good.
Dan, why don't you switch places with me? If you stand right here, that'd be great. Is this, we're fine here? Terrific. Do me a favor, Dan. I got something special for you. Hang on. Let me grab this. This is really nice.
You're going to saw me in half?
No. I got something special. I got to sport something special for you. Hang on. This is really cool. Look. You ever see one of those?
Oh, no.
Really? It's a paper bag. They sell them everywhere. You don't, no, I'm talking about what's in the bag. You see what's in the bag?
I don't see anything in the bag.
No, look, this I'm talking about, this thing. You know what this is?
No.
This is an invisible deck of cards. Do you see it?
No.
Then it's working.
All right.
Tell you what, let me show you something. Let me take the cards out here. We don't need the box here. Look, see, they're all different. Right? Do me a favor, Dan, would you take the cards and just shuffle them up, Dan. Shuffle them up.
More than that?
Dan, I'm not sure what you do for a living, but I'm going to go on a limb here. You're not a mime. Okay. Wait, they'll make it easier for you. Hold on for a second. Here you go. Here's an invisible table
That's
for you.
what I needed.
There you go. Drum around the table. That's fine. Perfect. Now, spread them around the table, face down, if you don't mind. And I'm going to let you do this trick because,
Okay.
this is simple enough. Just spread them around good. Now, I want you to just pick up any one of the cards that you see there. Any one of the cards at all. Right, and hand it to me.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see what it is. Thank you. Oh. Dan, you see what card you picked? Tell everybody in a nice light voice, what card is that?
I can say it out loud.
Yeah.
The 4 of spades.
4 spades. Oh, you know what? They probably don't believe me, Dan. Here, show them at home what card it is. Show them exactly what. Everybody see the 4 spades? Okay, good job. Dan, do me a favor. Would you take that card and would you fold it in half? Right, and then fold it in half again. Good job. And fold it really tiny, as tight as you can. Great. And just stay, use this bag. This will work fine. Here's what I want you to do, Dan. I want you to take that card. I want you to throw it up in the air and try to get it into the bag. All right, on the count of 3. Here we go.
I'm good with shots.
You throw it straight up. We go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, good job. Dan, would you put your hands out? Hands is plural. Both. There you go. Okay, here we go. Watch this. I'm going to just take this bag and just dump that little card out, right? Would you open that up there, Dan? Open it up. And will you show everybody out there what card it is? Yep, it is the 4 spades. Let's have a big hand, everybody, for Dan. Thanks very much. Thanks for your help. All right. Let's see. I wanted to do something else. Let's pick someone else. You want to come up and help me? Terrific. I know your name is Carly. Yes. We met earlier. How are you, Carly?
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Carly, stand right here again. Let me grab something out of here. This time we're going to do another trick, but this time I'm going to actually use a real deck of cards this time, not an imaginary one. And I want you to just check these and see they're all different, right? They're not all the same.
Correct.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do is I want you to just take the cards, shuffle them up, mix them up however you want, shuffle them, take any, and then select any card from there that you want. You got one?
Uh-huh.
All right, great. Take these back. Carly, would you do me a favor? It's all right if I see it. It doesn't really matter. What I need you to do is, would you write your name right? Just take it and write it right across the card in nice big letters. Oh, on the front. I'm sorry, on the front. On the front. Write it nice and big. So everybody can see it. Yep, right on the face of the card. Perfect. Okay. All right, excellent. I'll take the marker. Show the cameras how you signed your name on that, if you would. Now, I'm going to ask everyone, I can do this one of two ways. I can do a straight card trick, or I can do the most dangerous thing I know how to do. So I'm going to ask the audience with a show of hands, what do you want to see? Should I do a card trick or just the most dangerous thing I do?
Danger.
The card trick, perfect. All right. Really, you want to see the dangerous one, huh? All right, the most dangerous thing I do is a card trick. So here's where we go. You know what I'm going to do? All right, tell you what, I'm going to do something. I will do the most dangerous trick. I will do it. Let's hang on for 1 second here, Carly. You know what? Let me get, Carly, if you do me a favor. Yeah, tell you what, let's do this real quick. We'll put the cards in here first. We'll get rid of the card so you can just put it on top. We'll get rid of the card first because I don't want you to have the card stuck in your hand or anything while we're doing this because you're going to need your hands in just a second. So let me just shuffle these up a little bit here. Dun-dun-dun. Oops, that's all right. I'll get that one. That's not your card, right? No. Okay, good. We don't need that one. All right, perfect. Here we go. Carly, do me a favor. I got something special for you here. Here, if you could just put these on, okay? If you don't mind, just put those rubber gloves on. Don't wear. Absolutely no. They're brand new. I buy them just for this show. Every time I'm going to do this whole show. Perfect. Good that one. Excellent. And then if you could put those on. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think this was dangerous for me? No. That would be stupid. This is the most dangerous trick I do. That's why she has to be bad. All right. Now, Carly, there was a trick many, many years ago called, a television show, I'm sorry, many years ago called Twin Peaks. I don't know if you ever saw it.
Of course.
Remember Twin Peaks? It was great. And there was a character on it. Sherilyn Fenn played a character named Audrey. Audrey had a great skill that she used to be able to do with her tongue. Do you remember what that was? She could tie a cherry stem into a knot. And I thought that was a really cool thing, and I wanted to learn how to do it, and I did. I taught myself how to do it. Turns out to be completely useless. But I decided if I could figure out a way to use that in a trick, it would be amazing. So what I've been working to do is figure out a way to go through the cards, find your card in the deck, mark it with my tongue in such a way that you'd know I found it. So watch. Now watch. Now this is, I warn you, this is very serious. Do not laugh. If you laugh, I could die. So watch. Look. Oh, wait. That's why you're wearing the gloves.
Oh, okay. Oh, man, really?
Would you take that, Carly? Would you open it up? Open it right up and show me. Is that the card that you signed?
Yes, it is.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. There is the card, the signed card. Carly, here I have we have a special souvenir bag for you here to take it home in and keep it as a souvenir and a little remembrance of our night here. So there you go. You can have that. I'll take these back. And let's have a big hand, everybody, for Carly. Thanks very much. And thank you very much, Dennis.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
What's the date of that?
This weekend, it's the September 20, whatever it is, 26th, 27th, and then next weekend, October, Thursday through Sunday of the first weekend of October.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for coming back. We'll have you
problem.
back again another time. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. We'll be back after these commercial words. Don't go away. Great job.
name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind, and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Brian Summer.
Grab your honey, don't need money. There's a party going on. Don't worry about that you won't fit in. The flowers are bought and there's plenty of gin. There's a party going on. There's a party going on. Now that you're here, take a seat, dear. There's a party going on. Sit around for a while. Don't look at at your watch. Hey, waiter over there, can you get him a scotch? There's a party going on. There's a party going on. I'm so glad that you decided to drop by tonight. It's good to see your face again, my friend. To spend a little time with us again, my friend. So off we go with the show. There's a party. There's a party going on. We'll sing you some tunes, 'cause we're feeling fine. Blow up balloons, I'll even pour you a wine. There's a party going on. It's a party. Dennis's party, a madhouse party. Welcome to the party. There's a party going on. Thank you. Please welcome to the stage our good friend, Mr. Richard Skipper.
That's me, and this is Brian Summers. How long have you and I known each other, Brian?
Oh gosh, decades.
We go way back. Well, give me just a little vamp music to get into the song. I call my business Richard Skipper Celebrates because I like to celebrate people in the arts. And this next song, this first song that I'm going to sing, is written by the wonderful Cy Coleman. Now this song was in the movie version of Sweet Charity. Now I'm singing this song because one of my clients, Jim Speak, if you're out there watching, is going to be opening at the Duplex on October 11th and the 19th. Both shows are at 4:30, and I hope you'll come and join us as we celebrate the music of Cy Coleman. Today I feel New York is really my personal property, right down Broadway to City Hall. Every supermarket, every 5 and 10, all of Lincoln Center and the great UN, they're all my personal property. The zoo in Central Park is merely my private menagerie. I've carved my name on every tree. From Yonkers Raceway to Bowling Green, I own everything around and in between. They're all my personal property. The planetarium is mine alone. The old aquarium I also own, and since I feel today New York is really my personal property, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Since I like you very much, so very, very much, I'm gonna share it with you. The planetarium is mine alone. The old aquarium I also own, and since I feel today New York is really my personal property, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Since I like you very much, so very, very much, I'm gonna split it with Brian. I'm gonna split it with Dennis. I'm gonna split it with Carly. Yeah! Carly Ozark, come up here. Now, you've already met Carly, who was, well, we met you a little earlier. We're not going to be so dangerous right now. Carly is going to be opening at Stage 72 at the Triad on October 7th at 7 p.m. celebrating not only your birthday, but she's also celebrating the music of Bette Midler in an incredible show called Midler on the Roof. And for Bette Midler, part of the proceeds are going to the New York Restoration Project. So joining Carly on piano once again is Brian Summers.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. Oh my gosh, that was a wonderful opening number, Brian. It was
thank you,
fabulous.
Carly.
Excellent, Richard. Thank you. So, for those of you who don't know about Bette Midler, I discovered her when I was a young child, when she was voicing a lavender, narcissistic poodle for Disney named Georgette. And this was her big number about being the sassiest dog in all of Manhattan. Girl, we've got work to do. Pass me the paint and glue. Perfect isn't easy, but it's me. When one knows the world is watching, one does what one must. Some minor adjustments, darling, not for my vanity, but for humanity, each little step oppose. See how the breeding shows. Sometimes it's too much for even me. But when all the world says yes, then who am I to say no? Don't ask a mutt to strut like a showgirl. No, girl, you need a pro. Not a flea or a flaw. Take a peek at that paw. La-dee-la-da. Perfection becomes me, n'est-ce pas? Unrivaled, unruffled. I'm beauty unleashed, yeah. Jaws drop. Hard stop, so classic and classy. We're not talking lassie. And though many covet my bone and bowl, you're barking up the wrong tree. You pretty pups all over the city, I have your hearts and you have my pity. Pretty is nice, but still it's just pretty. Perfect, my dear, is me. Is me. Thank you, Brian Summers.
Thank you,
Perfect.
Carly.
So, if you come see the show on October 7th at the Triad, it's going to be a wonderful night because it's not just celebrating Bette Midler, it's also kind of an anti-bullying campaign. And I use her music to talk about my adolescence growing up as a wannabe showgirl in a tiny town. So a lot of people can relate to that, especially in New York City. This anthem, well, this song was kind of my anthem as a fourth grader. Well, I'm leaving my family, I'm leaving all my friends. My body's at home, but my heart's in the wind. And the clouds are like headlines upon a new front wave sky. My tears are salt water, the moon's full and high. And I know Joe Conrad would be proud of me. Many before me have been called by the sea to be up in the crow's nest, singing my say, shiver me timbers, I'm sailing away. And the fog's lifting, the sand shifting, I'm drifting on on out. Oh, Captain Ahab, you've got nothing on me. Swallow me, don't follow me. I'm traveling alone. Blue waters, my daughter. I skip like a stone. And the fog's lifting, the sand shifting, I'm drifting on out. Oh, Captain Ahab, you've got nothing on me. Oh, swallow me, don't follow me. I'm traveling alone. Blue water, she's my daughter. I skip like a stone. Won't you please call my family and tell them not to cry? My goodbyes are written by the moon in the sky. See, nobody knows me. I've got no reason to stay. Shiver me timbers, I'm sailing away. Thank you very much. Brian Summers.
Carly Ozarn, I love you so much. And remember, Carly will be at Stage 72 at the Triad on October 7th at 7 p.m. I know that we were going to do It's Not Where You Start. Let's go to Broadway Baby. I want to mention two things here. First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to Abby Buck, who is my personal publicist, and I couldn't do what I do without her. So Abby, I dedicate this song to you with all of the clients that we have, and perhaps Pat Darienzo will be celebrating you soon somewhere. But I'd like to talk about a very special event that I have coming up. On October 5th at 5 o'clock, I'm going to be celebrating, you can start vamping underneath. I'm going to be celebrating the one and only Marge Champion, who's going to be celebrating, or she just recently celebrated her 95th birthday. She's 95 years young. And she started out in show business, a lot of people don't know this, as the model for Snow White in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And the last time she appeared on Broadway was in Follies, not too long ago. And she also appeared in the show with the wonderful Polly Bergen, who we just lost. So I'd like to dedicate this song to Polly Bergen, and of course, Marge Champion, Carly Ozard, Pat Darienzo, Dennis, and anyone else who's out there. Peggy Eason, the Chocolate Diva. I'm just a Broadway baby, walking off my tired feet, pounding 42nd Street to be in a show. Oh, Broadway baby, learning how to sing and dance, waiting for my one big chance to be in a show. Oh, gee, I'd like to be on some marquee, all twinkling lights, a spark to pierce the dark from Battery Park, way up to Washington Heights. Someday maybe, if I stick it long enough, I will get to strut my stuff and be in a show. Say, Mr. Producer Dennis, I'm talking to you, sir. I don't need a lot, only what I got, plus a tube of grease paint and a follow spot. Broadway, baby, making rounds all afternoon, eating at a greasy spoon to save on my dough. Broadway, baby, slaving at the 5 and 10, dreaming of the great day when I'll be in a show. Oh, at my tiny flat, there's just my cat, a bed and a chair. Still, I'll stick it till I'm on a bill all over Times Square. Someday, maybe, if I stick it long enough, I will get to strut my stuff. Working for a nice man like a Merrick or a Weissman in a great big Broadway show. Brian Summers.
Richard Skipper!
Thank you. Come on up, Dennis. Now, I also want to mention that I'm going to be doing this as a benefit for the Spiral Theater Studio, which is an incredible new theater. So please go to my website, richardskipper.com, and read all about it. Do you want this mic, or do you want this?
No, this'll work.
This will work, and so will you.
I want to thank you so much.
I
You've
wanna
been
thank
such a
you.
great co-host.
Thank you so much.
A
Thank
little
you.
bit more like a host.
Just go home and watch All About Eve,
Pack this up.
and then you'll worry about me.
Oh, no, this is terrific.
Thank you so much.
Listen,
Dennis.
we're going to be right back after these commercial words. Don't you go away. Got one more time, one more thing to do.
Great.
I'm Tommy Marr. I'm down in St. Bart's having a good time. A lot of people at this time, they like to go have a little cocktail. But you know what I do? I'm going to watch MadhouseTV.com. You got that right.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. For
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for staying tuned tonight and catching this show. I got to thank everybody. First of all, I want to thank Tommy Marr and Janine Zarelli, our producers, who did a great job with the sound and the cameras and all that good stuff on MadhouseTV.com. And, of course, my co-host, there he is, Richard Skipper, and Carly Ozard, and Pat Darienzo. Okay. And there's some of the audience out here that's in there making all that noise before. So with that, thank you so much. We'll come back again next week. Don't you go away, all righty? This is where I just get my little chance to honor God and country. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, wide with full. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our props to our first responders, to the police departments and the fire departments, to the soldiers out there defending our freedom, to the veterans who've been out there and done that. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the greatest country in the world. Sing it home, sing it here. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Good night, everybody. God bless. Stick around for next week. Don't go away.